So it is Wednesday, January 6th, and team call for Empower Me, Empower You, Renew. So what I wanted to talk about today is quitting and how I was really like closer than I've ever been before to quitting Beachbody, and why I chose to not quit and why I don't think anybody else should either. So the funny thing is that I just listened to a call that Dana had last week, and that was what it was about, and I needed to hear that call so badly. It was like a couple of days before that I was like, okay, I don't think I'm going to quit, and Nick and I had a conversation. So this is basically what's happened. My year in a nutshell was completely stressful. And to be quite honest, I would say maybe only 50% of the time was I actually working in the business. I would say in the last 7 months, I have not really worked as hard as I absolutely could and should have been. I totally let life, stress, my marriage, issues that I've been having get in the way of everything. I gained 20 pounds. I have felt like a failure and a fraud. And I was like, okay, life has been too stressful. It's been so chaotic. There's been so many things going on. I cannot deal with Beachbody because there's nothing about Beachbody that you can control except for yourself. And it's so hard to get to the realization that you can work so hard and still things will not go maybe necessarily the way you've planned them to go. And I just was feeling so discouraged. I'm going to honestly say that I built a team, or I was trying to build a team of people that I thought would do well in the business, that I thought really every single person that's on this team that I've had the pleasure of getting to know, even if it's just via messages, I believed in 100%, like without a doubt. And so it's so discouraging when people quit, but I feel like I can understand why it happens. Because things get hard and it gets stressful and life gets hard and life gets stressful. So what's the easiest thing to do? Get rid of Beachbody, because it's basically something that you try so hard to control, but it's other people. We can't control other people. We can only control ourselves. So it's easy to get rid of Beachbody because Beachbody, then you don't have to worry about that stressor, or just kind of let it go by the wayside so then you don't have to worry about it. But in reality, Beachbody is one of the only things that's been a constant positive in my life since April of 2013. And I mean that like 100% sincerely. So I listened to this call that Dana had last week from Team Fierce Ambition. She had a guest speaker, and I apologize because right now I can't really think of what her name is, but I will post the link in our team page because I don't believe that I posted that yet. But basically what she said is exactly what I'm going to say, or at least this first part anyway. I forgot about why I started in the first place. I mean, I really lost sight of why I started this in the first place. So I was sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I was absolutely, positively dreading going to work and having to leave my children. Now, mind you, there are some days where I'm like, yes, I'm leaving the house and I'm going to work because they drive me bonkers. But when push comes to shove and we take away even the most stressful day, that's where I want to be. I also really want to focus time and energy on building up a private practice and doing counseling the way I've always wanted to do it, but I've never been able to do it. Incorporating health and fitness and obviously personal development into the therapeutic environment. So really I did nothing. November, I really didn't do much at all. I don't even think I invited anybody. I got one Success Club point, I think, or I had two in November, and I had zero in December. And I really didn't care. I really was at the point where I was like, I think I'm over it. I think I'm done. And then I kept thinking about how this Super Saturday coming up is the second time that Dana has asked me to speak. It might even be the third. So she wanted me to go after Super Saturday. She wanted me to speak after Super Saturday, and I said no. There's no way I could. Not after Super Saturday, after Summit. There's no way that I was going to be able to speak after Summit. No way. I was already gone from my family for 6 days. So then she asked me to come in October. Well, Super Saturday in October was the same day as my anniversary with my husband. So I was like, no, we are like holding on by a thread right now. So we need to celebrate our anniversary. So that was this one in January. And I'm like, okay, she keeps asking me for a reason. And not just because we're friends, because it's even more than that, right? It's business-wise. It has nothing even to do with a friendship-wise. It has to do with her belief in me as a coach and what I have been able to do, even just as a challenger. So it got me thinking. And I was like, I don't think that I can present. Like, how am I going to present in front of all these people as a success story, and I don't even feel successful? And I was talking to my husband about it, and Nick said, but you have been successful, and you still did lose weight, and you really did build up that business. He goes, so what? So things kind of faltered, and some of it went by the wayside. He's like, it doesn't mean you're a failure. He said, you got so much joy from doing the business and helping people. And he's like, you've gotten so much joy from being able to exercise and lose weight. You have to do this. And it was just the way that he said it with like such conviction. And I was like, it literally made me stop dead in my tracks. And I'm like, did he just say that? Did he really just say that to me right now? Not because he doesn't believe in me, because he does. Nick absolutely believes in me. But it was just the way he said it, and it like struck me, and I was like, okay, I've got to do this. I got to do this. If I'm going to do it, I have to go balls to the wall like I went my first year and a half of doing this. Like, I have to. But then it was kind of like, oh, Christmas is coming, New Year's is coming, and then that call happened with Dana, and I didn't even know that the call was happening. So I feel badly about that, because I wasn't even paying attention. I had already canceled our team call. I said I probably wasn't going to get on for New Year's Eve, for the day before New Year's Eve, just because things were just so crazy. So Nick and I have this conversation. He says, you have to do this. I listened to this call, and she said in the first 10 minutes, I started crying. And why? It was because I forgot about why I started. I wanted to help people. I wanted to help myself. I wanted to be home. And I also don't want my husband to feel like he has to work so much to provide for us so that he's not home and enjoying time with us. So that's like in a nutshell my why, right? I have tears in my eyes. I forgot about that, and I was only thinking about negative aspects. So let's be honest here. In any job that you have, no matter what job it is, there's going to be something negative about it. There's going to be stress. There's going to be strain. There's going to be things that are outside of your control. But I don't quit my other job because of that, right? Because I need an income, and what I do is important to me. Why would I quit Beachbody? It is a job, and what I do is even more important to me with Beachbody than it is in the other job that I have. So that's when I was like, no. The only person that I have to blame for not doing as well as I could have done this year is myself. So Anybody that's feeling like on the verge, and I'm sure we all get there, right? We get on the verge of like wanting to quit. We get stressed out. We're thinking, oh, I don't want to do this. And this is really worth it. And I'm spending all this time on the computer. I'm spending all this time on the phone. I'm not really living life. I'm not really experiencing anything. Any person that has a small business and that built a business, whether it's a retail store, whether it's a grocery store, whether it's a coffee shop, you have to start from nothing, work your ass off, and you make it into something. And if you don't work your ass off, it's not going to turn into anything. Now, let's apply that to Beachbody. What do they tell us? 3 vital behaviors. Why do people ram that into your head? Because those are the 3 things that you absolutely must be doing every single day. Because if you aren't, you will not get to the place of being successful. You know, you listen to all those coaches talk, and that's what they're talking about. They're doing the 3 vital behaviors every single day. They're being a product of the product. They're inviting, and they're doing personal development. So that's what I have to do. And if you want this business to work for you, that's what you have to do. You have to remember your why. And if your why is not something that's so big that it makes you, and so intense, that it makes you want to cry, you got to dig a little bit deeper. Because it should make you feel so emotional to the point that you're going to chase whatever you have to chase after to get to that. I look at Dana, who is a 4-star diamond. 4-star, I think. 3-star or 4-star. I can't remember right now. She made more money after Summit and since Summit than she has ever. And she also, over the course of 2 months, did nothing. Absolutely nothing. And in the 1 month, she made $8,000 from doing nothing. And I say that because, and I mean it, like I'm not degrading her. She was newly pregnant, nauseous as hell, morning sickness, exhaustion, and 2 small children. Her husband works a lot and he works outside of the home, so she was doing that herself. So she wasn't really working Beachbody. She wasn't being a product of the product because she couldn't work out. She was drinking Shakeology. I think she was drinking Shakeology every day, except for, maybe she missed. Wasn't doing personal development, definitely wasn't inviting. She was barely even posting on Facebook. But she did well. Why? Why did she do so well? Because she built up a team and was consistent and constantly showed up all the time up until that point. So she worked so hard that when it got to that point and something happened in her life and she kind of put Beachbody on the back burner because her health was, needed to take precedence, she still did well because she had worked so hard. So Dana, I think, is like a year ahead of me or something like that. After the first year, she didn't really do a lot. But then she worked her butt off. And so all the top coaches will tell you, like, you work your butt off so that if something comes up where you have to be away or you're going on a family vacation or you have a business trip with work, that you don't have to stress so hardcore because you'll have worked so hard that your business will be working itself. So that's where I'm at. I am at 3 vital behaviors every single day. I am at pen and paper, nose to the grindstone. So I'm purchasing a new notebook today because the one that I have is pretty tore up. I bought a brand new planner and I am writing everything down. I like pen and paper much better than the computer. I know some people are all about the computer. There's something about pen and paper for me that just doesn't, like the actual writing it out, seeing it written out, and doing that, and like referring back to it every day so that I don't have to worry about powering on a computer. I can literally open up my book and there it is. I am revamping my vision board. And once I do that, once I revamp my vision board, I am printing it out. I have an 8x10 I have an 8x10 photo frame that I'm putting it in because I did it on the computer. I'm in an 8x10 photo frame, and I'm going to look at it every single day, and I'm going to read it every single day. So in 2014, I kicked butt. And I was like, what was different? That was one of the things that was different. I 100% believe in vision boards. If you don't have a vision board, I'm strongly encouraging you to make one up. You don't have to be cutting out magazines and doing it that way. You can do it on the computer, do whatever is easiest for you. But have them be goals with dates, because dates are important, because then you know you're working towards this and you want to get it by this point. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be recognition. It doesn't necessarily have to be, I'm going to be, 2-star diamond by blah, blah, blah. But maybe you have that on there too. But attainable goals. And it doesn't only have to be fitness related or Beachbody related. It could be personal also. And that, I think, is missing on mine, which that's why another reason why I need to bring you. So I'm strongly encouraging the vision board. If you are not doing the 3 vital behaviors, why aren't you? And why did you start to begin with? Because the thing is that Beachbody really is awesome. I've met really amazing people that I probably never would have met had I not have done this. I wouldn't have met you, Melissa. There's no way I would have met you. I wouldn't have reconnected with the women that I have reconnected with, not on the level that I have reconnected with them. Like, it would have just been sort of Facebook talking, and maybe we would have said, yeah, we should all try to get together. But would it have really happened? I don't know. And I wouldn't have the tools that I need to get back on track, like I know I can, because I've done before, and lose the weight that I gained. I'm not a failure. I've had some setbacks, and to be quite honest, I think my life, although it seems so crazy and abnormal and ridiculous, I don't think is so far different from a lot of other people. I think we all have stress. I think we all have strain. I think if you're in a marriage or you're in some kind of partnership or relationship, you go through struggles and up and downs, and sometimes it's like a roller coaster, and sometimes you feel like you're in a black hole. But what do? You work to get out of it. And if it means something to you, you work through it and you work to get out of the darkness. So that's what I wanted to say. I was going to quit. I mean, I really was. I really was like, okay, I have another coach that's quitting. I've lost, multiple coaches. I can't even tell you how many coaches I've lost. And every time it's happened, it's been a disappointment. And I think a disappointment because I know the potential that this business has, and I know the potential that every single one of us has to make it grow. But at the end of the day, I know that this isn't for everybody. And I have to accept that this isn't for everyone. Even though I think everyone can do it. Not everybody is as passionate about health and fitness and eating healthy and taking care of themselves. I mean, that's the reality of society that we're in. Not everybody feels like they can dedicate time to working towards a business because they have a full-time job and they have kids or animals or what have you. And that's okay. And I don't fault anybody, and I don't have negative feelings towards anybody. I'm sad and I'm disappointed because I know the potential. I've seen the changes with my own income and just relationships that I built, my marriage. I think if it wasn't for my Beachbody family, who are now becoming more like family than my own family, I don't know if Nick and I would have survived the past 6-7 months. I don't know. I don't know if, because those are the people that I reach out to. Those are the people that I talk to. Those are the people that encouraged me and supported me and tried to lift me up. And so I thought about it. And I thought, what really am I giving up if I give up Beachbody. And it's so much more to me. So much more to me than just a paycheck. It's so much more to me than getting Success Club and being able to go on a trip. It really has changed my life. And I know that there are people out there that need my help. And what this woman said that did the call last week was, how do you know that by you quitting, there wasn't somebody that was watching you and standing by the wayside, and you quitting was quitting on them? And you didn't even know it. Or that they were going to reach out to you for help, and now they're not, because you're not a part of this anymore. And I feel like it's so much bigger than just me. I really do think I was given a gift to help people. And Beachbody is an avenue for me to do that. And I am passionate about health and fitness because I really do feel better when I am on track and I'm eating better and I am exercising and really putting forth that effort. Now, if I could just get it to stick for good, and I feel like this is going to be the year, this is really going to be the year that changes happen. I think my setback year was necessary because it helped me grow. And even negative things help us grow. There's, I'm not going to say a silver lining, but there's growth, and sometimes growth hurts. But we have to go through it. So that's all I have. Do you have any questions, comments, concerns?
Everybody keeps posting a word for the year, and I think our team word should be consistency.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Something to get us back on track when we fall off to the wayside. Because I just feel like I think that has been what's honestly kept me going, is the consistency, because I do try to post, even if I'm not doing the vitals of inviting and actually reaching out to people, I'm still consistently posting because I know that my warm market is still very warm. And the consistency is the one thing that has gotten me through, and I realize that, that is going to be what keeps me going.
It absolutely 100% is. Consistency is so key. I can't say it enough. Consistency is 100%.
Absolutely.
And, we're not going to be 100% on all the time. I mean, let's face it, that's just not reality. It's finding...
God, December was awful.
It's finding our own middle ground. And your middle ground is going to be different from my middle ground. It's finding that. It's finding what works for you. I had somebody tell me that how I am about working out could make other people feel intimidated. Like, maybe there's people that think I can't work out all the time like she does. I don't know I don't think I can dedicate 6 days a week or 5 days a week to working out. And so maybe there's people that I'm losing because they see what I'm doing and they think, oh, no, I can't do that. But that's okay. They don't have to. So I think I'm going to be tailoring some of my posting. I think I'm going back to, and I was on a call before about, define yourself. Just write down different things about yourself, like wife, mother, sister, friend, cousin, worker, listener, like whatever. And then take the time and do it again, and see if I came up with the same, like not in the same moments, like do it again maybe a week later, see if I come up with the same, and then the ones, like look at it, circle the ones that are the same, and then pick 5 of them, maybe there's only a couple, or pick those, and that's the way I have to tailor my messages. And there's something to be said about cold invites, and I use that term loosely because I feel like what used to be a cold invite is actually a forming. Sometimes I'm just a little bit more direct than others, but I feel like I got to get back to that also, because I kind of stopped doing that because I was like, I don't want to be a pain in the ass. I don't want to be. I don't want to bother people, or, I've sent them messages before. I don't want to send them again. But you know what? Dana and I talked multiple times for like a year and a half, and then I finally did. So, you just don't know. But yeah, I think consistency is good. Absolutely. I think believe is another one.
Yeah. I think a lot of people end up quitting because they don't believe in themselves. They believe in what they're doing, but they don't believe in themselves to be able to put it out there for other people to see. Or they don't believe in themselves even internally enough where they think they can actually follow through and do it. That's where your PD comes in so key, because your personal development is going to give you the power to believe in yourself.
Absolutely. And it's hard to sit down and read books, for me personally. I miss doing that though. I miss it so much. But audibles, again, 2014, I was listening to stuff. I was reading more. Then I get audibles, and then I don't even listen to them. I'm like, Maureen, what are you doing? It's so easy. Plug it into your car. So I'm getting back into listening to, but I bought, I think 3 or 4, maybe 5 PETA books. Now, I say that because they're not all business related. Some of them are personal. Some of them are spiritual. That's still personal development. For me, maybe spiritual wouldn't be something for you. I also, for Christmas, I got a mom's devotional Bible. And so my goal for 2016 is to, I'm 17, is to do that. And I want to read the books that I bought, and I'm not allowing myself to buy another book, except for Audible, because every month I get that credit. I'm not allowing myself to buy another handheld book until I read the 5 or however many is sitting on that shelf. And Jab, Jab, Right Hook is one of them. I know I need to read that book. Rising Strong is a book that keeps coming up and coming up and coming up and coming up and coming up. It's by Brené Brown. Okay, so I just downloaded it on Audibles, and I'm going to be listening to that on my way to New Jersey. It's like a 6-hour ride, so I'll get the majority of it done. I need to utilize my time. Half the time I don't like listening to the radio anyway, and when I do, I used to just listen to Joel, and Joel, I love Joel. Joel rocks my world. My success partner, Jen, has noticed a significant change for her listening to Joel. Now, Joel is very Christian-based, but I really feel like even if you take away some of that, I know that when you take away some of that, what he's doing is cognitive behavioral therapy or cognitive restructuring, which is helping you to change your thoughts so that you can change your world. The Secret is another thing that promotes that. If you change your thoughts, it'll change how you feel. And that's so true. I do that in therapy. When you're feeling good, you're not having negative thoughts. You're having good thoughts. When you're having good thoughts, you're feeling good. When you're having negative thoughts, you're feeling negative. That's just the way that it goes. So just getting back into all of that stuff, it's just so key. And be consistent with it. Maybe I can't give it 100% today. Maybe I can only give it 40%. Okay, so I accept that I only give it 40, and then maybe tomorrow I give it 120. Who knows? But yeah, I think that's absolutely a huge part too. Believe in yourself. Believe in your abilities. Even when you don't think that you have them, you have them. And I've seen it from every single person that's on this team, even if they never get on a call. And that's okay. People want to do in this business what works for them. And that's why there's discount, there's hobby, and then there's hit the ground running, all in coach. I right now can't be a hit the ground running all in coach, but that is my plan. It absolutely is my plan. So I hope that and wish that for everybody else too, so that you could do some other things that you want to. Like I look at Lindsay Matway, and she's still doing Beachbody, but she's getting into doing like appearances and speaking and doing more spiritual stuff. And Beachbody has helped to pave the way for her to be able to do that. You know, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to be a Beachbody coach for my entire life, but I know that Beachbody is going to help to open up doors for me because it has already. That probably wouldn't have been opened otherwise. So I'm not quitting, and neither should you. Remember your why, and remind yourself of it regularly. Don't lose sight of it. I did. I did on a lot of levels lost sight of stuff this past year, and I have more of an awareness and an appreciation for the fact that I did that. And that's why I think my presentation at the New Jersey Super Saturday is going to kick ass, because I think that I will be able to appeal to more people than I would be able to, because I think life does happen for a lot of people, and we do falter, and we feel bad, or we feel like a failure, or we feel like we're not doing enough, or we're not good enough, or we can't do it. But yeah, we can. Hell yeah, we can. So that's it. Otherwise, I'm going to babble forever and ever and ever. I'm going to stop. Yeah, I'm going to stop recording, and we can chit chat.